In what shouldn't be a surprising move, but kind of is given Lucasfilm's history, the Acolyte Season 2 is not moving forward at Lucasfilm. And honestly, I'm a little surprised by this because sometimes Lucasfilm likes to double down, and even if people aren't asking for it, they just want to do it because that's what they want to do. And I'm sure to the chagrin of many YouTubers out there, there's not going to be a second season to talk about here, but we have an article from the Hollywood Reporter where we're going to see what they have to say about this and give some thoughts. So, hi, I'm Jared with Capture the Magic. And again, the headline here is The Acolyte Season 2 Not Moving Forward at Lucasfilm. It says the latest Star Wars Disney Plus series will end after its first and only season. The Acolyte will not return for season 2, Hollywood Reporter has confirmed. Lucasfilm has opted not to continue the Disney Plus series. The Leslie Headland created show, Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant, I just want to point out, earned respectable reviews from critics for whatever reason. I don't know if you watched this or not, was not a good show, but was panned by audiences with only 18% on Rotten Tomatoes. The show was review bombed from some quarters who perceived it as woke, with certain corners of the internet going after Headland, who is a member of the LGBT community, as well as the series' diverse group of actors. No, it wasn't review bombed. It was bad. It was just bad. It just because something gets negative reviews doesn't mean it's quote review bombed. It was just a bad show. And the reason that people had a lot of comments about some of the elements of the show is because Leslie Headland and the cast of it continually talked about it. So instead of talking about Star Wars and things that they want to see in Star Wars, they were talking about their own personal agendas they wanted to put into Star Wars. And typically people don't like that. They just want to watch the thing they want to watch, whether that's Star Wars, whether that's Indiana Jones, whether that's Marvel. They just want to see the characters that they know from these things. They don't care or want to hear about the showrunner's personal, let's say, politics or worldview. That's not really why people are there. They want to watch the things they want to watch. And that's one of the reasons why it wasn't received very well. On top of the fact, it's just not a good show. Honestly, I feel sad that people would think that if something were gay, that it would be bad, Headland told the THR in June. It makes me feel sad that a bunch of people on the internet would somehow dismantle what I consider to be the most important piece of art that I've ever made. Well, that's really sad because it's not a good show. And it has nothing to do with you being gay. It's just not a good show. The Acolyte was set about 100 years before Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Steinberg played twin sisters Osha and May, separated in childhood. Osha was a former Padawan of a respected Jedi Master, where May held allegiances with the dark side. They go on people in it. The series ended with some tantalizing story points and even hinted at bringing back the popular character Yoda. Elsewhere, Jacinto's Evil the Stranger proved to be a breakout, with the character to have his own life-size helmet from Hasbro. But viewership data was not strong enough to prompt a season 2, according to sources. Another factor may have been the evolving nature of the streaming viewing habits and the erosion of goodwill of the Star Wars brand when it comes to the series. So, yeah, it wasn't a good show, and the erosion of the Star Wars brand is real. Star Wars has been run to the ground by Kathleen Kennedy through bad decisions, bad content, not sticking to the source material, not respecting the fan base, not respecting the source material or the storylines, and just shoehorning in elements into prequel series that don't belong there. And this is what you're left with. So, not much to say. I don't think anybody's actually surprised by this. I kind of thought that Lucasfilm would end up doing a season 2 just as sort of out of spite as to not accepting the L on this, because again, the show was not good from a writing standpoint. You know, some of the elements had good looks to them, but in terms of a story and just making sense and really even being in here at all, it just never worked. And I think it was just something that it didn't help that not only was it not well written, but then the creators of the show decided to start basically fighting with the fan base, which is what Star Wars has been doing ever since Disney bought it. Is if they put out something and the fan base is critical of it, they attack the fan base. I think we're seeing this play out in real time. This is not a great way to handle a franchise, because eventually what happens is you just run away your fan base and they no longer care. And I think with the Star Wars fan base, it's turned into apathy. I think the Star Wars brand as a whole is not in a very good spot. I think the Acolyte is sort of a symptom of that. But as of right now, no more Acolyte season 2. So I guess we'll have to see what else comes out of Lucasfilm and what we can expect to see from Star Wars in the future. We'll have to wait and see. So that'll do it for this video. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel, as we do lots of coverage here of pop culture and theme parks. And let us know in the comments, are you surprised that Acolyte didn't get a season 2? And are you disappointed in it? And until next time, we will see you later.